Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Ladies, understand something. The top end of a woman's weight is 145 pounds. Okay. My mother's 5'9" and she was 145 pounds until she was 50. That's the top end of your weight because there should be about a 40-pound difference between you and men.
Basically, if the guy is rich, what ends up happening is the lawyer contacts the person and be like, hey, you know, your name gonna be all in the paper, so you might as well just settle out of court.
I can recognize talent. Even if I don't agree with the politics, a lot of the politics that was underlying in the show and some of the sentiments he was trying to share, I recognize artistry when an artist is present.
Yes, this is the definition of absolutely cooked. We'll never go back and take a look at her bad decision and take accountability for any of that.
Because there is powerful people in the industry, somehow there is a different law that applies to them. And I agree with that assessment.
Yo. What's good? Happy Friday. Peace and blessings. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High for allowing us to see one more day, one more week, one more month, one more year. Thank you for being here in attendance. Let me get some of this stuff straight out before we get to the conversation. I got a stream coming up later on tonight. We active all weekend. Ain't nothing new on this side of the internet. The young lady who raised $700,000 after creating a fundraiser has spoken. She has resurfaced. We're going to get into it later. Shout outs to everybody in the building, my writers, my poets, my content creators. Do me a solid, like, repost, let the people know that we're on. If you have any topics, anything that you would like to see discussed up here or on future panels, email me, leave me a message privately. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to the people in San Diego. It was just brought to my attention that there was an airplane that crashed in a residential neighborhood. It killed one person and injured a number of others. Sydney actually doesn't stay very far from there. And so I just want to send my condolences to the family who lost someone in this. And I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to everybody whose homes have been damaged due to the accident. I don't know too much further on what caused it, but I'm sure we'll have more information leading up to it in the future. If you see the title, then you already know exactly what this is and what it's about and what it's for. I try my best to be as vocal and as honest as possible about this. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't. I don't know if this is real or not. A lot of people are saying it's just speculation. There's not a matter of fact. This is what I'm gonna do too. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna pull it up on the screen for everybody to read it. We're gonna check this out together at the same time, because I don't. First of all, I don't want there to be like this confusion on whether or not this is legit or just trolling, and I want to ease my own brain on it as well. Uh, if you cheat after you sign on that dotted line and you say I do, you can get arrested and go to jail. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I've read. People on TikTok, especially TikTok, Instagram, it's all up and down the timeline. A lot of mixed feelings about it. So, for argument's sake, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to bring it to the screen so we can confirm or deny its validity. And I want to talk about why people feel the way they feel about it, if it was to actually happen. Marriage in 2025 is not respected. It's not honored. Nobody cares for it anymore. It's transitional, transactional. It's solely about economics. It's about if your kids will have long hair that ain't nappy. It's about if your kids are going to be tall and play in the NBA or the NFL. Marriage is about social status, about your position in the world, whether or not you're going to be famous or if you're going to excel and be in a specific little space or area in life that has everybody admiring you or acknowledging you for, being with this type of dude or this woman because of your money and position of power. No one really honors marriage no more. They don't honor it. Men don't look to women anymore for it. Women don't look to men for the type of security that they're supposed to be looking for. And looking at statistics, it's not really conducive to a guy to say I do anymore or walk down the aisle. Like, we've really screwed ourselves over. Really screwed ourselves over with this. A large majority of marriages are initiated by women. Under the conditions and under the circumstances for the marriage, it really just depends on case-by-case basis. But men are not divorcing most of the time. Most of the time is women divorcing. So why is that the case? That's one thing. You have people who are going out of their way to try to sell you on why marriage is a good thing, but they can't offer you good enough reasons for how it's beneficial to the guy to get married again. And this is coming from someone who's been married before. I can give you the pros and cons of it. So let's do this. Marriage is a great thing if it's correct. If you love the person and you don't make it about your happiness alone. Marriage is about duty. It's about union. It's about establishing a covenant between you and the Most High. It's about building a legacy. When you leave this planet, You have someone left behind to carry on your last name, to do something for God. It's not about us all just willy-nilly. It's bigger than just us. It's about joy. It's about happiness. It's about financially being in a good space to be able to take care of your needs, their needs, to be a contribution to the world, to the community. Marriage is so sacred that under doctrine, technically, the way that we're supposed to live is a horrible misrepresentation of what we got out here now. And that's the honest truth. Everybody wants one thing or another. People are getting married for the wrong reasons, and it's desensitizing people to it. The idea of it now is like, well, shit, I don't even know if they're here because of anything other than I can financially make sure that they got a roof over their head. They're not going to be homeless or sleeping on the street. People want to have the husband and have the wife while simultaneously going out into the world, sleeping with multiple partners, coming home, having your main person here doing everything that is supposed to be sacred while you disrespect everything that God has ordained to be in the first place. We've sullied our hands. We've completely ruined what this is supposed to really represent. And it's no wonder why men don't want to get married anymore. As soon as a woman is not happy, as soon as you stop doing 101%, it drops down to 70%. It's a wrap. The burden of performance has always been on men, exponentially more than it's been on women. There is no denying that. There's never been no contesting that. So the woman leaves, doesn't matter if he cheated or she cheated. If she cheated, he'll still fuck around and pay alimony. Hell, nobody could have cheated and she still mess around and leave with everything. But we've already had this conversation before. This is nothing new to nobody. It's fucked up. And it's turned us, like, for real, I'm going to put it this way. I don't think every woman out here is a hoe. And I don't think every woman out here is superficial. And I don't think every decent guy out here has been scorned so bad that they are just going to villainize every single person they come into contact with. What I believe is happening is the good ones, they're still left and they're in high demand. They're looking at everything that's happening on social media. Men see nothing but ass and titties up and down their social media. No decent dude is signing up for that. Do you know how much of a headache that shit is? You think an honest guy with a routine and a work ethic who's really just trying to have a normal, average life, you think he wants to be dealing with dudes constantly trying to holler at his girls, like deal with like the sneaky shit and wondering if she's trying to use hypergamy as an excuse to tread off into another direction to somebody who might offer her more than what her current spouse is. Nobody is about to sit up there and no, I don't want to see you half naked on social media. I don't want my personal life on social media. There's certain things and protocols that we need to honor within each other's spaces for this to work. If you're not going to do that, then there's no reason for us to go any further. And the decent women, the women who got common sense and they ain't showing their ass and titties off every single day, they don't want no ghetto hood ass dude. You can be as attractive and have all of these characteristics that trigger your dopamine and give you that influx of high and lows with your emotions. But at the end of the day, women and men that got grounded principles and common sense, they weigh the options, they know the risk, they know what comes with dealing with a certain type of man and woman who move based on superficial sociological conditions, and it's not worth it. It never really was, to be honest with you. We made it look like it had more value than it did. And because of this, we have nothing but people who want to be out here and date. It is not courting. It's not courting. It's dating. And by dating, you're really saying is you are having sex with multiple people depending on what they can offer you. It's only considered dating if you are not getting anything in return or giving something in return. The word dating doesn't even mean dating anymore. So dudes are not, they're losing out in marriage. Before they met you, they were already building something. You don't understand how hard it is to generate a fortune. Anything over 70, 80,000, 100,000 and up, you don't know how hard it is to build that type of life for yourself. Someone comes along, they're pretty and attractive. They tell you, oh, they're going to be this model type of person for you. It's always sweet at the beginning until you get comfortable and you finally got them where you want them, and then you stop doing what you did at the beginning, and then shit starts to shift and you switch up, and now you don't want to be there no more because now you're bored and you don't. Nobody's going for that. You know how many dudes have gotten burnt because of stuff like this? I'm not talking about Chad and Tyrone. I'm talking about the honest ones, the good ones. And then we sit back on the internet and we see folks doing reviews on them and telling their stories. And we listen to how these women get up here and they brag and boast and lie and have tell the truth, and they pick and decide when they want to give out pertinent information or not. This whole no. Nobody's about to do that at all. What are dudes really getting out of marriage? What's the real benefits? I'm still waiting on somebody to answer that one for me. In 2025, what are the real benefits of marriage for men? We talk about benefits for women every day, all day. never for the guy. What do you offer the man? Matter of fact, let's do this. Can y'all go an entire week? I'm not even going to say a month. Let's give it a week. Can y'all go an entire week describing what it is that men need out of the relationship from women? Let's do that. Dedicate a show, dedicate a conversation. I don't care if you're on the phone with your girlfriend. I don't care if you're in a group chat. I don't care if you're doing a podcast or if you're on Twitter or if you're on Facebook. For 1 week, talk about nothing else. Just focus solely on what the men need out of the relationship and how you can provide or do for them. Talk about their hobbies, their likes, their needs, their wants. Let's talk about their pains and struggles. Let's talk about their mental health. Let's talk about lifting them up. Let's do that. If you can't do that, then what are we even having a conversation about in the first place? Now, when I heard about this, I was confused because I don't pick sides. So when I heard it, it's like, all right, what are you telling me is from the perspective of the internet? What I'm hearing is if a woman cheats after she gets married and says, I do, she can go to jail. However, women don't often get caught. And the reason why women never truly get caught, it ain't because women are smarter at cheating. It's because the dudes that they are cheating with don't give a shit. If the dude that was smashing the wife cared enough and he wanted her for real, all he had to do was go and tell the husband. But the side dude don't care about being the side dude. As far as the side dude, shit, this is free for me. I ain't gotta work hard. I ain't gotta pay no bills. I ain't gotta do shit. All I gotta do is drop off a couple loads in you and I'm out. That's why they don't trip. But y'all be thinking that you're just clever. You are good liars. And I'm going somewhere with this. You are good liars. However, your husbands, they know you. The men that are really there with you, the ones that were there with you at the beginning, they know. They know when you're being deceitful. They know your body language. They know your tone of voice, your pitch. You ain't fooling nobody but yourself. But the main thing is the side dude. The side dude is the one who don't care about being a side dude. Why? Because it's just pussy. It's vagina. And the benefit is I can get something. You'll get the fuck out. I ain't gotta see your face all day, every day. I ain't gotta deal with your day at work. I ain't gotta listen to all that shit. Sorry. It's the facts. Y'all be thinking you gotta one up on people. Y'all be playing these games, smiling in a nigga face, but then on the flip side, you be over here on the phone getting beat from the back by this dude. The dude don't even care. He feels sorry for him. The side dude is what keeps y'all protected. Because when women are side chicks, they want to destroy your life. The side chick want the main position. The side dude don't really give a fuck about it too much. There are some cases where there are dudes who get too invested and they want the lifestyle and they crash out. But most of the time, it's just the woman. And I say all this to say that if there was such a law, it wouldn't really benefit anyone. And here's why. You could catch your spouse cheating and you can send them to jail. That still ain't gonna stop shit. As far as I'm concerned, I want the money. Fuck jail time. Prison ain't going to give me back that $40,000-$50,000 I spent here. No, I want the money. Fuck jail. Because if the dude get caught, he gonna go to jail and he gonna have to come up off the money. Nah. No. Like with Holly Berry, she pays child support, but that ain't got shit to do with cheating. It's only in extreme situations where men get anything out of a divorce. It's like, what's the point? And then you want to get a prenup to protect yourself and your assets, and both parties should. I advocate for it. I don't trust you. I don't know you. I think I know you, but I see too many situations where people thought they knew a person and they didn't know them at all. They dipped off and went on their own way. They out here sipping tequilas with Miguel and guzzling Don Julio with Pablo. Because they had this shit planned out. The whole schematic of how they were going to ease out of the marriage and ease out of the relationship over time. They were going to start giving you the cold shoulder. They were going to start stonewalling you. They were going to start picking and choosing when to be intimate and when not to be. I tell you, like, the game is so cold. I know how real it is because I've done it before. I'll make you leave me. That's all you got to do. Let them think that you're a shitty ass person and make them leave you. All you got to do is be completely detached, dismissive. Eventually they'll get tired of it and they'll want to go on their own. They'll think it was just solely on them. The whole time you purposely were doing what you were doing to get them out the door. Seen it, done it. And I know a lot of people have done it. So as far as going to jail for infidelity, nah, that's not sufficient enough for me. I need more. Men constantly get shafted over in these situations. Nah. You're going to have to come with a little bit more that's going to hold women truly accountable for stepping outside of the marriage. You can't just beat them going to jail. That don't benefit him. That don't help him. It don't help the house out. Oh, a lot of people are happy about it. A lot of people are like, I'll do it. I'll snitch on her if she's cheating. They send her to jail. Nah. She go to jail, she's out in 2 weeks on good behavior, or they put her on probation. She just got to walk around with a ankle bracelet on for like 2 months, and then back to the street she go. Nah, we gotta do a little bit better than that. Another thing that I want to add to, matter of fact, let me look this up real quick. I'm gonna, here's something that I wanted to add on here. Don't. What's the point? What's the point of getting married for if you're just going to get divorced? Why do you even bother getting on your hands and knees and proposing to somebody if you don't even have any intentions on staying with them for the rest of your life? Seems kind of pointless. Doesn't really make any sense to me at all. You're wasting your time and years that you could be making money, and you can be building with somebody, I don't know, that you actually like. But it don't seem to work like that. I don't get it. Your love, your attention, your affection is so temporary. It's crazy. It's only good for what? The moment. Now when them bills start coming in and you actually you got to deal with the struggle of coming up with this rent money, or you're going to get evicted, or you got to start dishing out a little bit more, and you got to fill in where your husband is lacking at the moment because he's on hard times, and you got to step up, but you don't want to do that. Don't get involved with people that you ain't ready to go through that shit with, like really be in the mud with. Why do people do that? Now, I say this shit all the time. Get to know a person, figure out if you like them, if you can lay next to them at night, or if you're going to get sick and tired of hearing them talk. Y'all conversations are strictly based on one direction. You're not multifaceted. You don't have no personality together. You don't. Your morals, the things that you see in politics and religion don't correlate with the direction that both of you are going in. There's a lot of shit. Do you scratch your ass at night? Do you clip your toenails? Is your hair really your hair? Like shit like that. Do you like the toilet up when you in the bathroom? Like little shit. Now, I'm about to bring this up to the screen real quick. I want to read this quick article, man, so we can dispel this thing about what they're talking about. Let me see. I believe this is the one right here. Yep. Let's go to this. Bring that up. I don't want your newsletter. All right. We're going to read this together. Clarifying claims that cheating after signing marriage papers will be illegal in 2026. Some U.S. states do have laws criminalizing adultery, but lawyers generally advise against attempting to bring charges. So it's a thing, but it's not really a thing. Something that I never really saw happen. I don't know too many cases where a person cheated and then the police were called because I've never heard that, unless it turned into a violent altercation between the two and the actual third party. But just someone saying 911, how can I help you? Somebody cheated on me. I'm gonna need you to come arrest them immediately. Nah. Okay. What we got here? In May 2025, post circulated online claiming that cheating on your spouse after signing marriage papers would be illegal in 2026. The claims did not specify a country, but likely originated among South African TikTok creators. Two South African family lawyers told Snopes the claim was false. Cheating, understood in the U.S. as adultery, is not a crime in South Africa. In the U.S., 13 states and Puerto Rico classify adultery as a misdemeanor. Adultery is a felony in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Oklahoma. So if you live in any of those locations and you doing dirt, you get caught, oh yeah, it's a wrap. I wonder why it's a felony there, but it's a misdemeanor in South Africa. I thought their culture was a little more strict with stuff like that, but I don't know too much about it. So however, lawyers in these states generally don't recommend that people attempt to press charges. 6 U.S. states allow plaintiffs to sue a third party for alienation of affection if the party caused the end of the plaintiff's marriage. There was a story that came out like 2-3 months ago, if that, where the woman actually cheated on her husband, and she did it real cold. Like the shit was really, really like callous how she dipped off on him. And I think what she assumed was she was going to step off with the new guy, take her ex's husband, her ex, for everything he had, and it was going to be that. That didn't happen whatsoever. The husband found out what she was doing. He tried to make it work. She wasn't having it. So instead, what he did was he did exactly this. When he went to court and they did the whole divorce thing, this was his claim: alienation of affection. She basically started fucking this other dude, started treating him like shit. She did exactly what I said earlier. When you want to get rid of somebody, you shut down and you do whatever you got to do to give them the impression that you don't like them, or like the idea you're not really a bad person. You just don't want them no more, but you want them to feel like they're in control of leaving the relationship. So you play the position of somebody that you're not to get rid of them. But they'll think that you're that person, when in reality you're just playing a role to get them out of your face because you got other places that you want to be at and things that you want to do. So that's what she did here. Unfortunately for her, she didn't know that this law existed, and he ended up taking her to court and suing her for, I think he sued either her or the guy that she was cheating with for like 1.4 million or something like that. Yeah, he was on her helmet. I don't know where they at now, but he absolutely he won the award or the request. And it was like, damn, man, you just never really see shit like that. Dudes hardly ever win in these things. So learn your laws, especially if you're deciding to get married or you're dating someone or involved with somebody. Investigate from state to state because it varies. Like this shit right here says in 13 states, including Puerto Rico, is only um, a misdemeanor as far as like adultery. So I mean, go figure it out, find out for yourself. Have the conversations with your partner about stuff like this too. Don't wait until the last second. You want to get as much information as you possibly can so that this doesn't happen. Let's continue. In May 2025, a claim archive circulated that cheating after signing marriage papers would be illegal in 2026. The claim came from a screenshot shared widely across social media that read, cheating at the, hold on, let me see. All right, this is the post right here. Uh, cheating after signing marriage papers will be illegal in 2026. Now, I can't see the entire portion of this. Maybe if I blow this up a little bit, I still can't. I guess that's what they wanted you to see here. Honestly, though, this must have just been like some rage bait or some shit that was going to guarantee to get people arguing and having a back and forth about it. So what I'm guessing, yeah, this ain't real. Nothing about this was ever real. People just made it a thing. Uh, here it is. Let me see. Apparently, cheating after signing marriage papers will be illegal in 2026. You'll be arrested for violating a contract if your partner has enough evidence they can get you arrested or sue you. The claim also circulated on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. Readers also searched our site to find out whether the claim was true. None of the claims above specify the country where the alleged anti-cheating law would apply. However, we found no evidence that a federal law criminalizing cheating interpreted here as adultery would come into effect until 2026 in the U.S. Adultery is already a felony or misdemeanor in 16 states and Puerto Rico, 6 states. People can sue a third party to the marriage for alienation of affection if that party caused the marriage to end. Searches on search engines found no credible reports about pending state or federal laws criminalizing adultery, which would undoubtedly be well reported if true. Gotcha. We need clarification. There's no need for us to go back and forth anymore about what if this is true and what if this. Clearly, people just wanted something to argue about. The claim circulated since at least April of 25 and gained popularity amongst South African creators. An assistant to Amy Bernard, a family lawyer in South Africa who runs a TikTok page about family law, said via email that the claim was not true. Family and divorce lawyer Bertus Preller of Maurice Phillips Weisenberg, a Cape Town-based law firm, said the claim circulating among South African content creators is demonstrably false. There is no pending legislation to criminalize adultery in 2026, and such legislation would face significant constitutional challenges given recent court precedents. We found no credible reporting in online searches to indicate that a law criminalizing adultery would come into effect in South Africa in 26. Adultery was not a crime in South Africa in 2025. Additionally, following a 2015 constitutional court ruling, people there can no longer sue for damages, usually monetary, based on adultery. And I'm going to read this last part, and then we're going to just kind of close out from here. Aspects of the claim text itself also cast doubt on its validity. After the claim said that cheating would be illegal, it went on to say that you'll be arrested for violating a contract and that people could be arrested or sued if their partner had enough evidence. You get the drift. You get the drift. We can go ahead and remove that one. So, yeah. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, people. It's a trend. People just wanted to get their likes and their followings up. I get it. I almost bought into it until I did the digging myself and I saw what you just saw, which is this is not true. But it does pose a good question. What if it actually existed? What if you could get arrested for it? What if, a woman's infidelity could actually be held to some level of accountability as much as the man does, because we know cheating on both sides, they're not treated fairly at all. Food for thought. I want to say thank you for tapping in. We'll be back later on this evening. We got some more stuff to talk about. It's going to be an entirely different discussion. Like, share, subscribe, follow me on all streaming platforms. We'll be back later this evening, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all enjoy your afternoons. I will see you guys a little bit later.